Hello and welcome to Southern View, our special show on NDTV 24/7 that brings you all the breaking news from the south of the country. I'm joined by our reporters south of the country, Radhika Ramaswamy in Chennai. We have Ashish Pandey as well as Deepak Bopanna from Bengaluru. We will be bringing you all the news from the south of the country, going to each of our reporters. But first, some breaking news that's coming in from Telangana. At a time when there is news of Nikki Bhatti in Greater Noida, you're talking about a Swati who was murdered by a husband in Telangana, in Hyderabad, in a most brutal manner, comes this horrific news once again from Telangana. And this happened in Mahbubnagar district of Telangana, where a man called Sri Salem, in fact, took his wife, who is identified as Shravani. He took her in a premeditated manner to a forest area, telling her that he is going to take her to a Sri Salem tourist spot there called Sri Sala, and he was going to take her for making up and asking her to come and meet him and asking her to join him to live together in Hyderabad. The couple had been married for about 10 years. It was in fact a love marriage, but the marriage in fact fell through after a few years because of the suspicion of the husband. And for the last 4 years, Shravani had been living with her parents. They have a son and a daughter as well. Sri Salem, we are told, was suspicious of his wife's fidelity and he had planned to murder her, to do away with her, and that's the reason why he had bought a knife from Erragadda in Hyderabad, and he also bought petrol from Mahbubnagar, and he took his wife on a bike to a tourist spot. He told her he's taking her to a tourist spot, but instead took her to a forest area where he stabbed her to death and then poured petrol on her and burnt her. Subsequently, he went to Lingala, his native place, and surrendered to the police. It is only after the father of Shravani, in fact, reported that his daughter had gone missing that the police pieced this crime together, and they then interrogated the husband, Sri Salem, and found out in a brutal manner how he had murdered her. And now, of course, the police have taken him into custody and will be taking the most stringent action possible in order to bring justice to this woman. In another breaking news that's happened in Hyderabad itself, the trend of service apartments turning into rave party venues. The Telangana police had in fact started something called an elite force that was going to crack down on narcotics, and they were focusing their eyes on the pubs as well as the farmhouses where these kind of rave parties were happening. But now the movement seems to have gone to service apartments where these rave parties are taking place. I spoke a short while ago to the Madhapur DCP, Dr. G. Vineet, who tells us about how this is becoming a huge menace and how the police is now bringing under their radar the service apartments as well to make sure that this kind of illegal activity does not take place. With me, DCP of Madhapur, Ms. Dr. Vineet. 6 people arrested. The profile of them suggests that they are a disparate group.
Yeah, in this group we have IT employees as well, and the person who provided accommodation in one of the previous incidents is also a government employee, and also 2 others, one homemaker as well. So it's a mixture of all professions, and also in previous cases also we have seen students and as well businessmen and certain people who are in influencing also, social media.
In this case, you had mentioned that there was a service apartment that was actually being used as a venue like this. Is this like becoming a trend? People come and go, use it as a service place where they are actually consuming peddling drugs?
Yeah, especially after Eagle in Telangana, along with the Hyderabad police, with our commission's instructions, we have been raiding most of the pubs and other things, and with a sniffer dog as well, we have moved in there. So during these exercises, we found 2 or 3 people in every raid that their urine test coming positive for any kind of narcotics. And post that, there is a fear that police can reach anywhere in the public platforms or public gatherings. So they have started using farmhouses and service apartments. In farmhouse as well, I think last week one case was busted in Rajendra Nagar zone. So similarly, even such farmhouses have been under the radar now. So post that, especially the service apartments, thinking that it may be out of police reach, but with the input and also work from legal and local police, we have raided that as well. So now everything is under police radars. We are taking, our government is very sternly warning all the people and giving us full powers to curb the drug menace in Telangana. So with senior officers' guidance, officers at the field level are highly motivated, and they are nabbing each and every information they are getting, and we are able to apprehend many people in this case as well.
So the Telangana police cracking down on narcotics, supply, peddling and the mafia in the state. Now we go across to Ashish Pandey, who brings us news from Andhra Pradesh. Ashish, at a time when Andhra Pradesh, where the government has tried to actually honor a deal that was done by the YSRCP government with regard to a land swap, that is now running into trouble as well. Tell us more details.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Uma. In fact, the deal was first done during YSR Congress Party regime itself. That time, YS Jagannath Reddy, the party president, and now leader of opposition, he was in power and he signed a deal with a prominent hospitality company, and land was allocated near Alipiri gate of Tirumala, Tirupati. After that allocation, BJP, TDP, Janasena, and several of the Hindu organizations, they started protesting, and based on that protest, when TDP came into the power, first TTD, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthana, which manages the hill shrine of Lord Venkateshwara, they decided to cancel their land allocation, and later on, cabinet also endorsed the the decision of TTD and cancelled the land allotment. However, Chandrababu Naidu government has provided another piece of land to the prominent hospitality group near Tirupati, and that has now got into all the political blame game. YSR Congress Party leaders are alleging that a shadow deal has been broken between the government as well as the hospitality company, and land worth crores of rupees has been given in a throwaway price. However, TDP denies all the allegations. They say that fair deal has been done, and every allocation, every allotment was fair and transparent in the manner. So now we need to see how this whole allegation and blame game pans out. Meanwhile, we have few reactions from all YSR Congress Party, TDP, as well as BJP.
టీటీడీ స్థలాన్ని టూరిజం శాఖకు బదలాయించటం మీద ఇది చాలా తప్పని, భగవంతుని ఆస్తిని టూరిజం శాఖకు ఇవ్వటం చాలా ఘోరమైనటువంటి అపచారమని, టూరిజం శాఖకే స్థలం ఇవ్వాలని అనుకుంటే మరో చోట ఎక్కడైనా కూడా ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ దగ్గర ఓ 25 నుంచి 30 ఎకరాలు ఇవ్వవచ్చునని, అలా కాకుండా దేవునికే సంబంధించినటువంటి స్థలం ఇవ్వటం మార్పిడిగా చాలా తప్పు అని నేను మాట్లాడడం జరిగింది.
TDP coalition government is getting exposed on what could be the biggest conspiracy against the sanctity of Lord Venkateshwara's temple lands. This is just not an administrative decision, it's a calculated betrayal. At the heart of the scheme, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, the Honorable Chief Minister, and Mr. Kalyan, Deputy Chief Minister, and TTD Chairman Mr. B.R. Naidu, together, they are masterminding a plan to surrender 20 acres of priceless Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam lands. And this land is valued at 1,500 crores, and they're giving all of this to a private giant, which is Oberoi Hotels. And all of this being done under a convenient cover, so-called on land exchange. But what are we getting in return?
In yet another instance of showcasing of crookedness and hatred towards the state of Andhra Pradesh by Mr. Jagannath Reddy and batch, we see a new attack and in fact a building of fake narrative by Mr. Jagannath Reddy and his batch, especially by Mr. Bhuman Karnataka Reddy, regarding the land allocation to Oberoi Group by Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams and the state government of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, for the past 6.5 years, 5 years during their tenure and 1.5 year of our tenure now, what we see is Jagannath Reddy is hell-bent, his and his party is hell-bent on showing away the investments that are coming into the state.
So we have just heard all the reaction from both ruling as well as the opposition party. Now let's go to Deepak, and he'll tell you us about Karnataka stories.
Well, thank you, Ashish. As far as Karnataka is concerned, there's never a dull day when it comes to politics. And today it was the turn for DK Shivkumar to come out, clarify, not just clarify, also apologize. Why? That's because a few days ago, he decided that he'll sing the RSS prayer. And where? Inside the Karnataka Assembly. Soon after, of course, came a barrage of social media posts by the BJP, both at the state and the national level, saying, well, this is Mr. DK Shivkumar, who's the president of the KPCC, all praises for, the RSS. He understands the true value of the RSS and so on. They even said that this is directly against what Rahul Gandhi has been saying. While all of that, of course, was said, Mr. DK Shivkumar continued to clarify and maintain that, well, he just has political know-how of every ideology of every political party and that he's a born congressman. But the issue, of course, for him didn't stop there. Several Congress leaders started to point out that he is a KPCC chief and he cannot make a statement like this. And they started to even say that this is an organization that was responsible for the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi and he should apologize. And today, all of a sudden, DK Shivkumar deciding that he will hold that press conference and then apologizing. So first, let's listen to all the reactions, especially of DK Shivkumar saying that he is a Gandhi family loyalist, a true congressman, and if he has hurt anybody, he apologizes.
I have been suffered in the jail without even a chair sitting to it. I know how I lost my knee on this issue. Within 10 by 10, within the bathroom, without anything, in the cell, I know how I suffered. Anyway, that is a past story. I will tell it, that history someday in the assembly. So let all those things be on record. But if anyone want to know about my history, know about my commitment, know about my ideology, if they want to do politics within this, it is left to them. I don't want to comment. But if anyone has been hurt, some of my party colleagues are commenting on that. I don't like to be a congressman and I have a lot of followers and friends across the party line in different political parties in the India group. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I would like, if anyone has been hurt, I feel sorry for them. I think I would like to seek apology to all of them, but not politically pressurize on this. None of my party high command or anyone has asked any question on this. I would not like to reply to any one of them.
Well, if he has apologized, that's well and good. It's not the question of everybody. When you are in public life, everybody knows the nook and corner of the state or the country. The issue is the organization which prays every morning, goes with that prayer. Those were the organizations who were responsible for the killing of Mahatma Gandhi. No congressman will never sing that song. And if he has said that it is without any intentions that he has done that, that's welcome. We welcome that.
Well, this tells you that Rahul Gandhi makes individuals who recite a pro-Hindu prayer to apologize, but Rahul will not let any of the congressmen who have given a pro-Pakistan statement to apologize. This makes it very clear that Rahul's heart beats for Pakistan and beats for his vote bank, and he hates the Hindus from the core. Well, it's not just a messaging to the Congress High Command, it's a signal given by Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra and Sonia Gandhi that if you hate the Hindus, you will be promoted in the Congress. If you recite any prayer which supports the Hindus or respects the sentiment of the Hindus,
would you say that
this
was DK Shivkumar sending out a subtle message to the Congress High Command?
No, this is not DK Shivkumar sending a message to the Congress High Command. He was forced to apologize by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, and it's a message that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are sending to every other congressman, dare speak in favor of the Hindus. The truth of the matter is, this is not about the BJP versus Congress, it is about the respecting the Hindu sentiments. Rahul Gandhi is sending a message which is a very clear message. If you respect the Hindu sentiments, whether it is DK Shivkumar or any other leader, you have to apologize. If you respect the Pakistani sentiments, you do not have to apologize.
Surrounding DK Shivkumar singing the national anthem is concerned. Now, the other story that's making headlines for the last several days is the Dharmasthala row. Now, in the latest, of course, NDTV has gathered some key information as far as the investigation is concerned. Right now, the SIT, which has arrested this masked man for perjury, that is, for lying on oath, has really delved deeper into the case. They're looking into a larger conspiracy. Who are the people who are working along with the masked man? Today, we saw the SIT conducting a spot inspection or a mazar at an individual named Mahesh Timrodi's residence. This is where the masked man was taking shelter, is what the SIT officials believe. They're trying to really unearth how did this entire plan come by, what was the intention behind the plan, and who are the people. What we have picked up is that for several months this was in the making. There was a plan to actually come out with these claims or allegations, which right now many of the claims, of course, has been busted as false by the SIT themselves. Now, what we here at NDTV have learned through top sources is that a team met this masked man in Tamil Nadu. From Tamil Nadu, a team also went to Delhi, met some Supreme Court lawyers. A petition was filed there. Even there, during that time, there was an image of this skull which the masked man carried into the police station. The question that arises here, viewers, is that whether this individual actually got this skull from Dharmasthala as he initially claimed. That is itself now under doubt, and a detailed forensic analysis, of course, is awaited. Now, meanwhile, there's a lot of politics that's continuing to play out even within the Congress party. On one hand, the BJP says we need an NIA investigation. On the other hand, the Home Minister says, well, we don't need an NIA probe. The SIT is efficient enough to conduct this investigation. But there are leaders within the Congress who say, well, let's do an NIA probe. Nothing wrong in that. Let's clear the air. So let's listen to all of these reactions, which has really blown up the entire controversy.
ತನಿಖೆ ನಮ್ಮ SIT ಸಮರ್ಪಕವಾಗಿದೆ, ಸಮರ್ಥವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಈಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. NIA ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಭಾಳ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೂ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
ನಾವು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಉದ್ದೇಶಪೂರ್ವಕ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಅಥವಾ ತಾನಾಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಜನತೆ ಬರೀ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತ ಕೂತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ NIA ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
We have no problem for this politically motivated NIA or anybody, let them come. It is not the fight between Dharmasthala and others. It is a clash between the two gains of RSS that has led to this fight. They have got nothing to do with the Dharmasthala. It is a fight between two top RSS leaders that has led to all this confusion. They should probe that. They should ask those leaders to keep quiet. Let the Dharmasthala be peaceful.
Well, moving from one temple to another, now to Guruvayur, my colleague Radhika brings you this story where a person who was making reels has led to a purification drive at the temple. Radhika, tell us more.
That's right, Deepak. From Sabrimala to Guruvayur, temples in Kerala continue to make headlines. And this time, a purification ritual is happening in the famous Guruvayur temple. The reason? A non-Hindu woman, a social media influencer, a vlogger, went inside the temple, into the premises, inside the pond, and shot some videos and reels. Soon after that, a statement was put out by the temple authorities saying that this entire temple premises have been rendered impure, and that it has been violated at this point as far as the sanctity of the temple is concerned as a result of a non-Hindu woman entering the temple premises. So as a result of that, now the entire day there are going to be all kinds of pujas and rituals and homams happening inside the temple. Therefore, there is restriction as far as the entry of devotees are concerned. And in the next few days as well, there are going to be pujas and rituals to make the place pure again. Now, as far as this vlogger is concerned, her name is Jasmine. She put out the video of she entering the temple pond, but as soon as it became a controversy and the temple authorities were outraged over this, she took it down and she apologized as well. But despite that, the temple authorities went to the police and filed a complaint against her, stating that she has violated the sanctity of the temple, one, and also that she has violated High Court orders which had given, certain conditions and restrictions as far as taking photographs and videographs inside the temple is concerned. That is something that's not allowed. So it remains to be seen if she will be charged in the days to come by the police. But certainly this is the new controversy surrounding temples in Kerala. And, once again, this is a clash between modern digital issues with vis-a-vis culture as well as heritage as far as temples in India are concerned. Alright, so we have some breaking updates from Tamil Nadu at this point, and this is to do with some law and order situation in Chennai. In fact, there is a 5-minute video that we've accessed which shows a few police officials clashing with a few women. In fact, there is a confrontation of sorts happening. The woman is being confronted by the two cops and she's being asked certain questions as to why she's out in the night. In fact, she lives in Tirumala. She's somebody who feeds stray dogs in the night, and she was asked to leave the premises. And when she speaks about harassment during that time of the day, during that point of the day, she's told that harassment will continue if you stay in these places, if you're out in these places and roam around these places post midnight. So a sexist comment coming in from a cop there to somebody who is a resident of Tiruvannur, who is somebody who's been frequenting that place, trying to feed stray dogs. When she speaks about issues in her neighborhood, she's told that she should go to her go home and that she shouldn't be roaming around post midnight, and that is something that is unsafe for women. So yes, it is an altercation that we're seeing, but let's listen in to what happens between the cops and the woman.
இத்தனை நாய் இங்க வந்தது காரணம் கார்ப்பரேஷன் ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணாம கார்ப்பரேஷன்னால தான் இத்தனை நாய் இங்க வந்தது. கார்ப்பரேஷன் சர்ஜரி பண்ணாததனால நாய் ஜாஸ்தியாச்சு. எல்லாரும் கொண்டு வந்து 10 நாயை கொண்டு பீச்ல விட்டுட்டு போனதனால தான் நாய் ஜாஸ்தியாச்சு. பீச்ல வரவங்க எல்லாருமே சாப்பாடு வைப்பாங்க. பீச்ல வர எல்லாருமே சாப்பாடு வைப்பாங்க. நான் அவங்க சேஃப்டிக்காக தான் வந்தேன். இல்ல பெரியமா, ஹராஸ் பண்றது காமன் பீப்பிள்னு பார்த்தா போலீஸ்காரங்களே ஹராஸ் பண்றாங்க. என்ன அரெஸ்ட் வரக்கூடாதுன்னா அரெஸ்டா? ஆமா, நாங்க எப்படி வரக்கூடாது ஃபீட் பண்றவங்க துணைக்கு நான் வந்திருக்கேன். நீங்களே பாப்பர் தான் பண்றீங்க. நீங்களே வந்துட்டு ஏன் சாப்பாடு வைக்கிறீங்க? 4 நாளுக்கு மேல வரது 12 மணிக்கு தான் வர முடியும். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஆளுங்க பீச்ல இருக்காங்க. நான் வருவேன் சார் சாப்பாடு வைக்கிறது. அப்புறம் அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணாம என்னமா பண்ணுவாங்க? என்ன யார அரெஸ்ட் பண்ண 12 மணிக்கு வரனால தான் நடக்குது சார். ஹராஸ் பண்றது நியூ பீச் ரோட் நடந்தது சார். 12 மணிக்கு வரனால நியூ பீச் ரோட் சார். அப்புறம் 11 மணிக்கு வந்து ஆளுங்க இருக்காங்க.
All right, truly a shocking incident from Chennai. There we'll have to see whether any sort of action will be taken against these sexist cops. That's all from Tamil Nadu as well as Kerala. It is back to Uma. Alright, that's all we have on this special edition of South Show, and we'll slip into a short break. More updates coming up on the other side.